This is still May 19th, 2023. Oh my gosh. Still went on today. The harassment from my ex-husband and that retired Judge Pete. I don't know why somebody doesn't arrest him. I've reported it to several police departments. Um, and I don't know. Other people connected into their drug cartel have went to jail. And then I got to thinking about different things. Do you realize? See, there's some things in the piece of the puzzle it doesn't make sense. The one young blonde girl in March of 18, does he think it's funny bringing her here? Her and her mean parents were very much part of this. And that's where I wonder if he wasn't the Jack where Dave said Jack and him had a plan since March. Because I wouldn't give up everything willingly. I want you to think about that. So it's, and that was one of his girlfriends. He had several of them. And then as soon as they showed up, the human traffickers showed up. I wonder with what they did to me, you know how in really bad gangs you have to kill somebody as an initiation? I wonder where they hired, David hired him to kill me, to be part of them. If he just let him destroy me in public. Bash me, leave me for dead, try to kill me a couple times. See, that's where I'm wondering if I'm not some kind of initiation to be part of them, of how evil he would be, to prove he's part of them. See, that's where, I have several tapes from the case. Karen, it's not me. I don't know who's doing it to you. I even told him if you just want a divorce, we're adults, you could have just told me. He said I would have, but I love you. Then he tells Danny it was him. April 15, 16, 23, on a legally tapped phone. See, I got to thinking about Will at the Canton FBI. See, this is where things don't make sense. I try to tell that agent that somebody told on me the night before at that church. He called me a flat out liar. Instead of, my God, who would have told on you? And I wanted that number of that church. Makes you wonder if he didn't do it, like the officer verified that agent that called me back told on me, that it was him. 100% was him. See, this is where the point of, I wonder, too, where he bullied me into a false statement with the guy about the guy that threatened to knife me. Well, he tried to kidnap me in front of Terry, and he tried to carjack me, and Dave took off, and he's a Detroit Boys' kidnapper. He took Marlisa's niece, and he killed Lori's family member. See, and then they took the girl to ATM and a bunch of other people. See, this is where I'm glad it should have been. I'm glad you got away from him. I'll get the tape from the Huntington Bank. I'll see what I can get on Giant Eagle. We'll get him. We'll find out who called him and who paid that lady to stalk you instead of calling me a liar. But then had people looking for the what a shame guy. See, this is where the point of it is, his behavior, and then made me beg for my life. Listed me informant for life, 5,000 a month for life, and even when you tell, and then threaten me if I told, just to keep me quiet. They said he stole the money on the first day. See, this is where I didn't believe it was real, and where office he said he was in, I Googled it, I found him. He was there. And I called there, and a lady answered the phone. He's got a list when he was out threatening Dixie and the baby's life. And then, let's see. Then when I seen the guy who took off through the side woods, I called down there again. She yelled out, Will, she's seen that guy. You tell those police to get a hold of this. We're busy. Then he just doesn't contact me again. They were busy. People were trying to shoot me in the head, driving, breaking in, stabbing me with needles, bashing me in the back of the skull. And I have stalkers coming at me, days beating me with internal injuries, and I almost got shot in the head driving, and they're busy. And the serial killer's down the street, and they're busy. See, this is where the point of it is. Where December 2nd, 22, um, Wendy's and Alliance at noon. My phone's tapped on the guys that watched me from that protected custody case, because the next day after I talked to him, he had an officer go talk to Dave, and that's a requirement of the Department of Justice. You can only be in a home under a threat of life with statements. There's nothing else. It's the Fourth Amendment. You are the rights of the people to be safe and secure within their own person, their places, their homes, their personal effects, papers, against all unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated. No one can be in your home, except for protected life cases with statements. There's nothing else. See, that's the point of there's nothing else. So that agent couldn't have known about Pete and Dave's dirty tapes, or he would have had to arrest him for stalking me. That means he knew I was being where I was waking up with bruises. They were drugging me. They were beating me. That where I had a personal infection. He was human trafficking me. Do you realize with Dave making love to me all the time, he was probably showing off for cameras for him to get sold on porn sites. He sex traffic videos of me and him. Photoshopping a shower scene in the other room is asinine. And then the drug dealers that helped out laughed and told on him. What they're doing is called sextortion. It's a federal crime. It is actually a federal crime. And then with everybody using the bathroom, they obtained and dispensed kiddie porn of our grandkids using the bathroom. They need to be in jail. Where he admitted April 15, 16, 23 that he had some guy named Pete on his own taping me unaware, and he didn't know where they got Eric High on November 18, 22, Walmart 62, 2 to 6 p.m. and told him to go in and confess that everything was him and by the hair salon. Screamed out a full confession. He didn't know why that guy confessed. That he had hired some guy named Pete on his own, and it was only Pete up there doing it to me, no one else, and all those things, taping me unaware and doing all those things. And Pete had it set up, she can't get no money. Pete doesn't have anything admissible. It's the Fourth Amendment over the house. Dave's big mistake again. And that his dad had seen an agent up at that church asking threats on her life, and he even spoke to him personally. Said he was the only agent from the agency looking in on his own. So did Will, where they said he stole the money on the first day, December 2nd, 22 at Alliance? Wendy's at noon, that he stole, is that the one that church tried to have killed? Yes. I heard she didn't get any money out of this. He said no, that it's one guy from the case stealing every dime since the first day. Is Will in jail? Did they catch him embezzling money out of the witness protection program, lock him up, and nobody else picked up my case? And then retired Judge Pete's been lying to everybody he's Will. This is where it makes you wonder, because you just don't walk out on a case. You just don't leave your informant in danger. You just never not move them out, or you don't give them their money. And if they were honestly too busy to help protect me, they should have moved me out and gave me my money. See what I mean? If you're honestly that busy, there's different witness protection programs. You move them out, you take their statement, and then they get the money for the rest of their life in diplomatic immunity. And you hide the soul so they don't get killed. See, this is where the point, I wonder if he did steal the money. Otherwise, it's still sitting in an account somewhere. Oh, I told the Director of National Intelligence, and I told the Department of Justice. See, I called the hotline. An agent called me back. He was rude as hell, and I tried to tell him someone told on me. I tried to tell him about the guy at Huntington Bank. Rude as hell. Made me beg for my life. Listed me informant for life. $5,000 a month, even when I tell. And then threatened me if I told, so I'd be too scared to tell. And that's where the point of badgering laws. He goes to jail for that. I wonder if he isn't in jail, and retired Judge Pete's just been running around telling everybody he's Karen as well. He had no authority, no special permission. It's illegal for him to be in my home. Dave cannot hire a stalker to drug, beat, rape his wife, and Photoshop scenes. They both go to jail. And I'd like to know why the police, with his admission he did that, They can't even look or listen. I went to the Portage County Sheriff's. They tried to frame them. And they knew nothing about it. What these people did is illegal, and they wouldn't look or listen. Officer Reinhardt in Louisville. Even the FBI couldn't be in your home outside of protected by case with statements. They go to jail. It's illegal to be in somebody's home, and it'd be illegal to look and listen. I'm going to go ahead and upload this.